In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add tools and accommodations to individual students as well as a whole class of students. To get started, you'll want to navigate to Mastery Connect either through Canvas or by going to app.masteryconnect.com. Once there, you'll find your trackers under the Trackers tab and select the tracker you wish to begin with. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a menu. It has different icons for different settings. So today we're going to be taking a look at the tools and accommodations, which is identified by the pencil and ruler here. So when I click on tools and accommodations, this is my menu to add tools and accommodations that my entire class can use. So if I'm teaching a 4th grade math class, I want it to mirror as closely to an SOL related test as possible. And in SOLs, for most questions, they have the ability to draw, to flag a question for review. There may be students that require a use of a line reader for word problems. You could also have a strike through option so that they can strike through different answer choices. And some questions may require the use of a calculator. You have the choice between a regular calculator and a Desmos calculator. I highly recommend the Desmos calculator because that most closely mirrors the state test. So I've got Desmos calculator selected. I may also want to add a ruler for my students to use. And then at the very bottom here under Protractor, you have include question level tools. That means that any tools that were used in the creation or authoring of a test item will be made available to those students in order for them to be able to answer those questions. So I would highly recommend that you have that selected. And then you have the option to apply this to all assessments, or you can manually apply these tools and accommodations to individual assessments if you so choose. For language and speech settings, this mainly has to do with screen readers. For an upper grade level class like 3rd through 5th, I would rather manually set it for each student, so I'm going to keep that the same. And once I'm done setting my tools and accommodations for my students, I'm going to click Save. To set accommodations for an individual student, I'll first want to make sure that I have the appropriate section for the student, and I'm going to click Edit next to their name and right under their student ID. You'll want to go to their accommodation section of their student profile, and here's where you can turn on screen reader support for individual students. You'll only want to have this turned on for individual students that have this accommodation written in their IEP, and you'll want to make sure you pay close attention to the language because some will have it for basic school assignments, some will have it for state testing or benchmark assignments. So you'll need to make sure you pay close attention to the wording, and if there is any confusion, seek clarification from their case manager. So to turn on screen reader support for formative assessments, you'll just toggle that on, and same for benchmark. You can also have the option of giving them access to a dictionary or a picture dictionary. Once you are finished, you can hit Save. And that is how you set accommodations and tools for a whole class as well as for an individual student. You'll need to set accommodations on each tracker. So be sure that you're not just looking at the one tracker and expecting those settings to carry over to other classes as well. If you want an easy way to toggle between sections, you can click on People or on Students, and then select the section you wish to move to. Also, if you want to quickly navigate between trackers, you can click on this drop-down menu here, and any other trackers you have created will be listed, and you can easily select and navigate to those trackers. If you have any questions or need support on Mastery Connect, please reach out to me at clam@bedford.k12.va.us.